Now to a story that has captured global attention over the last 24 hours. The search has escalated for the missing OceanGate submarine holding 5 aboard. It was last detected near the Titanic wreckage on June 19th, and there are now a number of different craft, ships, as well as an undersea robot that have been deployed to try to locate that submersible. Yahoo Finance's Pras Subramanian joins us now with some background on this story. Pras.
Yeah, so you mentioned that submersible was deployed on the 19th Sunday to go down to 13,000 feet below the sea to go check out the Titanic and view it in that really kind of the carbon fiber and titanium sort of constructed submersible. A little less than 2 hours into the actual journey, it lost contact with its trailing boat, and that's when the search began. Some good news recently, they've heard some banging noises every 30 minutes. They're not sure what it is. Their sonar buoys picked it up. They think it might be the actual occupants banging every 30 minutes in the submersible. They're not sure, but they're going to deploy. Like I said, there's a robot down there. There's another couple of deployables down there to check it out. So possibly going to evaluate and track down where that is, but they still don't know where it is at the moment. Time is of the essence. The ship had about, or the submersible had about 96 hours of oxygen. They think there's about 24 hours left, give or take, on that submersible. So it's really a make or break situation right now for this team looking for the submersible.
And this was a costly endeavor for all the participants, right? I mean, this was supposed to be a fun trip, if you will, and it's turned definitely very serious. In terms of the cost factor, we were talking about this earlier. Julie mentioned this about the potential for legal action here. I know that's far out. What is it? I mean, for the timeline, how much longer do we have to?
About a Thursday afternoon, I think. Thursday sometime.
Okay. And then what are we hearing in terms of OceanGate, the company, the people behind it? There's
a lot of facts coming out recently that, talking about this company founded in 2009, based in Everett, Washington. Like you said, $250,000 excursion for an 8-day trip out to the Titanic. Last night there was I think it was ProPublica released a report about how there was a lawsuit with a former employee talking about how the ship was not safe and that the OceanGate was still pushing through with these journeys. So there's some kind of question as to how aggressive they were with pursuing this extreme travel type of trend that's been recently big, as we've seen with space and things like that. So, I mean, it's hard to say what's going on here exactly. I can't speak to whether it's a defect in the actual submersible, but it's definitely a risky endeavor for these people.
Well, and you touched on this sort of wave of extreme, not only extreme travel, but extremely high-end travel, whether we're talking about people going undersea or up in space. So you have to wonder if a situation like this, which is unfolding in very public view, will have a dampening effect, even on something like a Virgin Galactic or Blue Origin, et cetera, even though it's a different realm that you're going into, whether that's going to affect those areas.
Well, I think it's a very apt comparison. I think when you consider deep space and also deep underwater, it's extremely dangerous, but also just extreme environments that the actual danger is very palpable. That when you're out there, there's no way to get out of these things, whether it's a submersible or a ship that glides across low orbit. So I think that's very apt, and we are definitely, the investment community is definitely investing in these companies, Virgin Galactic in particular. And I think there's and I don't want to be crass, but there's definitely the opportunity for potential pain from an investment point of view if something goes wrong with one of these companies that are public.
And we saw that with Virgin.
And it's very, very apparent that this can happen to anyone.
For what it's worth, Virgin Galactic shares are down about 8% in today's session. Remember, they had recently gotten a leg up because they had confirmed that first commercial space flight.
Yeah, but indeed, this is a very sad situation with regard to the submarine. Hopefully, I mean, there is still time. So our prayers certainly with the individuals who are on board. Right. Pras, Subramanian, thank you so much.